I'm going back maybe 4 or 5 years, when you would call and say, I don't know what to do. My financial advisor doesn't want me to go biblically responsible. Remember all that? And I used to say, fire him. Say, thank you very much. I appreciate your work over the years, and fire him. Right. And move on. God has given them stewardship responsibility over the provision that he's provided for them. And to allow, my talking point always was with these folks, why would you let a financial advisor rob you of God's blessings?
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. And so over the years, we've fired up so many people, and it's interesting because the number one thing I hear, and you need to tell all your advisors this, but the number one thing I hear when I travel about and I'm speaking or doing town hall meetings, people come up to me and thank me because they've never had such peace. And I always say, you're thanking the wrong guy, man. It's got nothing to do with me. It's about God. God's given you that peace, not me. I've tried to educate you, but education is the key.
You talk about BRI and what it is today. We have to understand in the industry that it's really in its infancy. It's 25 years old. I've been in the industry 39 years, and we built portfolios for major corporations and governments, hospitals, universities, and high net worth individuals. Never heard about BRI until just a few years ago. And when I was exposed to the whole concept of BRI, we felt like we needed to take institutional style money management to Joe the plumber, to the listeners, to everybody that's out here, to be able to make that available. So financial advisors have had a very small universe of investment vehicles to employ so that they could be in compliance with a perspective of being BRI. They just didn't have the universe of product. They couldn't build a diversified portfolio very easily. So today, for the first time, we have a lot more product that's available today.
Yeah, and that's the beauty. Go ahead, Zach.
And if I may, I want to expound on what you were saying, educating the advisors. Yeah. When I was hired by Steve, it kicked me in the rear end. If you ain't going to tell them, nobody else is.
Yeah,
I probably heard that every morning at 4 to 5 a.m. when I got in there or when he was already in there. But even now more than ever, we need to continue to carry that momentum because if we ain't telling them, nobody is. And what we're seeing now are some other product providers come out with a BRI cloak, but are they really BRI? Right. And we need to make certain the financial advisors have the tools so that they can give their clients the information and say yes or no, this is BRI.
Having a methodology that they can believe in is also very important. Yeah. So one of the things that's been brought into this BRI universe today is a methodology that has simply helped lower beta or lower risk without giving up return objective in the BRI space.
Right.
So that's huge. Now, you did say a little bit ago about advisors will change when the clients come in and demand it.
Yeah.
I think advisors will change when God changes their hearts too.
Yeah, well, no doubt about it.
Yeah, they've got to have a heart change.
And the ones that already have that heart, they don't need changing.
Right.
They're okay. They're good with it. And we're seeing more. I'm not going to separate my faith from my finances. And I think we're finding more and more advisors that are saying, hey, it's okay to bring my faith to work. It's okay to help the clients that I have that are faith-based and believers. And so we're seeing more and more in that, and that's got to make your job a little bit easier.
Makes it a lot easier. And I think one of the big things is the advisors are more open to relationships now, whereas before it was always, I'm too busy dealing with my clients. But now they realize that there is a benefit to having relationships with people who know things about BRI in particular. As one of my mentors always says, you can't have rules without relationships.
Yeah. Amen.
So as they're telling their clients about BRI, they already have that relationship. If they have that relationship with me too, and they can fall back on that.
Right.
And then it speaks to the heart of everyone involved, which is the heart of Christ or the heart of those chasing Christ. It's a magnitude.
Hey, I want to thank you for watching the clip. We sure do appreciate it. Would you go right now click on that subscribe button if you haven't already. That helps us. We would appreciate it. Thanks again.